Hi friends, and welcome to the first video of 2020. In the new year, people like to reinvent themselves, become a new person, but I see this year as being a really important year to set intentions for myself, goals that are achievable that I think I can create, but not just for the year, for the whole decade, as this decade will be my 20s, and I feel like your 20s are your most important years. So today's video, I thought I would participate in some self-care for myself while telling you guys what my goals for the next decade / new year are. Today I'm going to be using a face mask, and I haven't used a face mask in a while. It is Lush's Oat Fix Fresh Face Mask. It states that it helps to hydrate your skin. With it being winter, my skin gets very dry and flaky easily. Beside me I also have a pot of tea that I need to pour into my mug because I thought I love tea. Tea makes me feel very calm, so I thought it'd be a great idea to drink some tea while participating in this self-care. So I'm now going to try this mask. Ooh, it's so thick. It is like it is like oatmeal. You can't really see the mask on camera, can you? It is there. Maybe if I got closer you could see it. The mask is now on. I didn't expect it to be so chunky, but we'll see how it does in terms of hydration. So, onto my goals for the next decade / the new year. First one that I have on my list is a big one for me anyway. It's probably why I put it first, but it's to build a better relationship with food. I personally do not have a good relationship with my food. In my teenage years, it was very bad, especially as someone who has body dysmorphic disorder. My relationship with food was not good at all. To this day, it's still not good, but in a different sense of food doesn't really excite me. I don't really enjoy cooking as much as I used to. Joel always complains about the fact that we always eat like the same 5 meals like every week, but that's because food doesn't excite me, you know. I don't get excited to try a new meal or to have my favorite dinner. It just, I don't know why this happened. Food for me is just food. I just need to eat food to function, to nourish me. It's something that I eat when I'm bored, which is something else that I need to work on. For the next decade, I really want to work on my relationship with food. I want to get excited about it again. This links to another goal that's further down my list on becoming healthier. I want to become healthier, not in the terms of becoming thin, but I want to be healthy for me. I want to feel healthy within my body, eat foods that are going to nourish me and nourish my body and help it grow and push through life. Read more for pleasure. I take a creative writing degree, which involves a lot of writing, so the majority of the reading that I do is for my course. I read things that is helping my poetry, that is helping my prose, my essays, you know, craft texts, articles, interviews, and I really miss just reading for pleasure, picking a book for the sake of it and just reading it because I want to read it. Like, I was that kid who would go through like 2 books a day, whereas now I don't really read for pleasure anymore. When I have free time, my first mindset isn't to read, it's to play a game or spend time with my friends or watch YouTube videos. And I loved reading. I just want to read for pleasure again, and I want to read for knowledge as well. I'm currently reading Women Who Run with the Wolves, and it's so insightful and I feel like I'm learning so much from it as well. So I also want to start implementing reading for knowledge as well, because there's so many mass resources out there. I've wrote it as practice disagreeing more. What I mean by this is I am the type of person who is afraid to disagree with people, especially people who are more confident than me or appear more confident than me. I was a very shy child and teenager. I was for my first year and a half of university. But this past year, definitely, I feel I have grown so much as a person, but something that's holding me back is I still find it hard to disagree with people if I don't agree with them. I have a hard time saying no to people as well, that I don't want to do something. There's nothing wrong with disagreeing more. I have every right to say no and to not agree with someone's viewpoints. While we are doing this video, this links to my next resolution is I want to focus more on my nail care. My nails we've had an on and off relationship. I want to have beautiful, long, strong, healthy nails, but I have this bad habit of, and it's not biting your nails, which a lot of people think is what the bad habit is, but my bad habit is they'll get to a really nice long length that I am happy with, and I will start to bend them. Even if it hurts, I will bend them, and then of course they become weak, brittle and break. I want to focus on my nail care, so I've been cut them all down so they're super short, and I want to focus on letting them grow and not bending them and messing them up. So some things that I am doing to help with that is I have been using a strengthening nail polish and making sure I file them. My nails have grown a bit since I cut them and last applied that nail polish, so it's starting to chip away, so I am going to use my nail polish remover to get that last bit of nail polish off, file my nails a little, and put some more polish on as well to help keep them strong and healthy. Kind of in the same realm of that is I also want to focus on my hair care. If you look back at my channel, and my friends will know too, I like to bleach the hell out of my hair. I love fun coloured hair. I think it's so exciting, it expresses your personality. It's one of the things that helped me become a bit more confident in myself, because when you have bright hot pink or orange hair, people do stare at you and you can't avoid that. So now when people stare at me, that used to be a big trigger of my anxiety, people staring at me. Whereas now I don't really care, you know, if someone's staring at me, they're staring at me. Recently my hair got very damaged. My hairdresser luckily saved the day. Back to my natural colour, but my hair is so short at the moment because of all the dead hair. When I was younger and I was in high school, I had thick, long, luscious hair, like down to my hips. It was my pride and joy. I don't regret the first time I got it cut short because of damage, which you think I would have learned my lesson from, but the first time I didn't mind because my long hair was also my security blanket. I hid behind it. My hair was my identity. I was known as a girl with super long hair, so getting it short, that security blanket for me and that part of my identity was stripped. So I learned how to become my own person without long hair. But this time around it's just annoying. I don't like it this short personally. I love hair that I can tie back. Right now it's too short for me to be able to even tie back in a low ponytail. I can only kind of do half up and half down. I really want to focus on my hair care. Again, I want to get it nice and long and luscious. I graduate this year. Like, actually this year, the summer of this year. I am absolutely bricking it, honestly. I am so scared about what happens next because all I have known is the education system and being in education, and university is the most fun education you have. People will tell you that it is high school and they are liars. If you had a good high school experience, please tell me what that was like, because I cannot relate to that. University is the best education experience you will ever have, especially if you move away for university as well. But yeah, I graduate this year. I'm just terrified of what's to come after it, because I personally do not want to move back to my hometown for personal reasons. I would love to do a master's, but right now it's not possible for money-wise, essentially. So I hope in the future to do a master's degree, but for now I'm focused on just getting that degree, pushing through my final semester of university, hopefully get a job, maybe see if I can go about getting some work of mine published. Linked to that, me and my friend V are publishing our own magazine for our university course called In the Red 18. Every month we host open mic nights. Currently, right now as I'm filming this video, we have submissions open for the magazine. So people are submitting their artwork, their photography, their poems, short stories, and then essentially what we do is we collate them, we edit them, and produce and publish a magazine with all the work in, and we get marked on that magazine. It'd be a really good thing to put on a writer's CV. Okay, I have now taken all of the old nail polish off my fingers, so I'm just going to slightly file them to smooth them out. Linked to graduating, find a job. My ultimate goal since I was 11 was to become an author. I love to write, I will always love to write, and I hope one day to have a book published. I am open to working in editing, in publishing, being a copywriter. I want to spend less time on my phone. Everyone says this, that they want to be more in the moment and spend less time on their phone, but I genuinely do. I find myself when I'm bored, I'm on my phone. I could be making videos instead of being on my phone, but what do? I sit on my phone for like 3 hours just aimlessly going back and forth the same 3 apps in a phone game. I'm not going to apply the polish, so I just interrupt to add that. I want to start saving money better and sticking to a budget. I do have a savings account. I opened it sometime last year with the big old amount of £1. I just want to start saving more and sticking to a budget. I really want to try the technique I tried first year, but I didn't stick to it, so I really want to try it this year, especially this semester, of drawing out your weekly budget in cash, so you know exactly how much money you have and how much money you have left and exactly what you're spending. Linking it back to saving money, whatever money I then don't spend of my weekly budget, I can then put that into my savings account and save, so then when I leave university, if I don't have a job, I have some fallback money to fall back on. I want to build a better relationship with my body. This goes back to BDD. Had it since I was 11, so that's 10 years of my life that I have had a negative relationship with my body and a distorted view of my body, and I'm so very self-critical. Joel will tell you that I can get very self-critical about my body. My number one flaw that I think I have in terms of facial features is my nose, because I have a slight bump on it that became more prominent through puberty and people began to point it out to me. And as cheesy as this sounds, oh my god, Joel has actually really helped me in terms of accepting my nose the way it is. He says that it's his favourite facial feature of mine, this bumpy nose that I have hated for so many years. The first time he saw my side profile, he said because of my nose it was so unique. I mean, it's not even that big of a bump, like you can see, but he said that because of my bump, my nose, it gave me such a unique side profile, and he'd never seen a side profile that looked the same. He says it's the nose he first fell in love with, the first feature of myself that he fell in love with, and he always talks about how he loves my nose, and you know, if I ever wanted a nose job he'd support me, but he loves my nose the way it is, and that honestly has helped. For the next decade, I want to build a better relationship with my body. Oh god, we're at the end of my list and I've almost finished my nails, so this works out well. My last goal is I want to make as many memories as possible. This sounds, how do I put this? I don't have a lot of memories from my childhood, especially from the time that my parents were married. I do not have a lot of memories from that period of time. I have a lot of memories from the year after they divorced, and I lived, well, me, my mum and my brother lived with my nan. Most of those memories though are of my nan and not experiences that I had with my mum and my dad, and you know, navigating them not living together anymore. My teenage years memories are depressing and miserable, because I was depressed and miserable and suicidal. So for my 20s, especially now that I feel like I'm in quite a good place in my life, so I really, for the next decade, especially my 20s, make as many good memories as possible. I have now finished my nail polish. I need to let it dry. I didn't anticipate that. So I just washed the Otafix mask off of my face. If you have really dry skin, I highly recommend this mask. My face feels so soft. Just to make sure that my face doesn't stop being this nice and soft, I'm just going to put a little bit of hemp seed oil, facial oil, onto my face just to keep it nice and soft. And then I'm also going to put on a little bit of Glossier's Cherry Balm onto my lips. Thank you all for joining me for today's video and joining me in a bit of self-care. I hope that you can do some self-care for yourself. Take care, whatever that may be, whether it be reading a book, drinking your favorite drink, or just binging YouTube. You know, that's a valid form of self-care. Let me know in the comments below what your goals are for 2020 or for the next decade. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, bye. Yep, that's cold. Oh, not nice.